Welcome to Scotch Plains Fanwood's 6th Annual Battle of the Minds. I'm Jeff Spring, your host. We're now into our second of our semifinal matchups. Today we'll meet Young Gods versus Epicranial Aponeurosis. Okay, only one of these two teams will go on and meet next week, Medulla Oblongata. Okay, first let's meet the team Epicranial Aponeurosis.
Jenny Diamond.
John Levitt. Derek Boone.
Okay, that's the team Epicranial Aponeurosis. Now let's meet the team Young Gods.
Andrew Zipper. Jeremy White. Peter Kim.
Okay, that's the team Young Gods. Okay, contestants, remember, in round one, questions are worth 10 points with a possible 20-point bonus if answered correctly. If answered incorrectly, the opposing team can pick up on that. Hands on signals, let's get to the game. The Iceman Cometh was written by Eugene O'Neill. How long is the term of office for a U.S. Senator? Over here.
7 years.
That's incorrect.
6 years.
6 years is correct. Your bonus over here is the following.
Sure.
2 parts, 10 points apiece. Name the only woman who heads a Fortune 500 company and identify the newspaper of which she is the chairman. Answer?
The newspaper is the Christian Science Monitor.
That's incorrect. It's Katharine Graham of the Washington Post. Okay. Histology is the study of
Tissues.
tissues is correct. Okay, your bonus over here, epicranial neurosis, is the following. Miss Hepzibah Pyncheon is the main character in what work? Hepzibah Pyncheon for 20 points.
The Pickwick Papers.
That's incorrect. It's House of the Seven Gables. Right now the score is epicranial neurosis 20. The Young Gods have 0. Hands on signals. What's the chemical symbol for lead? Over here?
PB.
PB is correct. Your bonus is the following. He was born in Voss, Norway in 1888. He was killed in a plane crash in Kansas in 1931. He was a football coach at Notre Dame from 1918 until 1931. Who was this man who was called the Bald Eagle of Notre Dame? Answer for 20 points.
Rockney.
Rockney is correct. Okay, that's 20 more points. The score right now is 50-0. Hands on signals. What is the chief artery in the human body called? The chief artery. Over here?
Aorta.
Aorta is correct. Your bonus is the following. Name the European country during World War II known as the unsinkable aircraft carrier because it survived the Axis air place bombings. It was awarded Britain's George Cross for its heroism. What country am I thinking of? Answer?
Denmark.
That's incorrect. It's Malta. Okay, the score should be right now 60-0. Okay, I think the score up there is wrong. Who wrote the book, The Cat's Cradle? Over here?
Kurt Vonnegut.
That's correct. Now it's 60-10, so we can leave that. Okay. Is it 60? It should be 60-10, not 20. Am I correct? 60-10. Okay. Your bonus is the following. A square and a regular octagon have the same perimeter. If the perimeter of the octagon is 16, find the area of the square. Answer? Just give me an answer.
16.
16 is correct. So that's right now 30 over here, 60 over here. Okay. Okay, it should be 30-60. From what kind of wood was Noah's Ark made? Over here?
Cyprus.
Cyprus is correct. Okay. Your bonus is the following. What are the first 4 books of the New Testament called? There's a name for the first 4 books of the New Testament. Answer.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
That's incorrect. It's called the Gospels. Louis C. Tiffany was famous for his Art Nouveau designs on what medium?
Glass.
Glass is correct. You've heard of Tiffany glass. Okay, your bonus is the following. Name any 2 of the 3 actors who played Sylvester Stallone's boxing opponents in the first 4 Rocky movies. I need any 2. Answer.
Carl Weathers and Mr. T.
That's correct. Dolph Lundgren would have also been correct. That gives you 100 points now. Okay, hands on signals. What is the name of the Japanese art of folding paper into...
Origami.
Here? Origami is correct. Your bonus over here is the following. Who was the first host of The Tonight Show? Answer.
John Carson.
That's incorrect. It was Steve Allen. Who discovered the Pacific Ocean in 1530?
Balboa.
Balboa is correct. Your bonus is the following. Identify the Beatles song from the following beginning lines. I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. What song is that from?
Hard Day's Night.
That's incorrect. It was from A Day in the Life. In which state in the rugged Beartooth Mountains, in an area of bighorn sheep and cattle, will the Stillwater Mining Company open a platinum and palladium mine? Over here.
California.
That's incorrect. Over here.
Oregon.
That's incorrect. It's Montana. Which New York university was the first major private educational institution to announce full divestiture of stock in companies doing business in South Africa? Divestiture, it should say. First full divestiture of stock.
Columbia.
That's correct. Your bonus is the following. What term refers to sex cell division?
Meiosis.
That's correct. Hands on signals. Which country hopes to have the Hermes space shuttle operational by 1997? This shuttle will be launched atop the European Ariane rocket. What country? Over here?
Greece.
That's incorrect. Over here?
Italy.
That's incorrect. It's France. Identify the following world leader. He was the King of France from 1643 to 1715. Over here?
Louis XIV.
That's correct. Your bonus is the following. Tell me the person who matches with the psychologists that I give you. Sigmund Freud, was he behavioristic, psychoanalytic, or humanistic for 20 points?
Psychoanalytic.
That's correct. Hands on signals. What 6-foot temperance advocate hatcheted...
Carrie Nation.
Carrie Nation is correct. Your bonus is the following. What is glued assembly of thin sheets of wood called?
Plywood.
Plywood is correct for 20 points. The score right now is Epicranial Neurosis 160 and Young Gods 80. Hands on signals. In what war did Spain lose Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Marianas Islands?
Spanish-American War.
That's correct. Your bonus is the following. Name the first U.S. manned spaceflight project.
Apollo.
That's incorrect. It was Mercury. Hands on signals. Fish travel in schools. Whales travel in... Over here?
Herds.
That's incorrect. Over here? That's too late. Pods is the answer. In which world capital can you visit Phoenix Park, the Abbey Theater, and O'Connell Street? Over here?
U.S.
That's incorrect. Over here?
Dublin.
Dublin is correct. Okay. What's the boundary between 2 air masses called? What's your bonus? What's the boundary between 2 air masses?
The front.
Answer.
Front.
Front is correct. What president was nicknamed Old Rough and Ready? What president?
Teddy Roosevelt.
That's incorrect. Over here?
Jackson.
That's incorrect. It was Zachary Taylor. Okay. Hands on signals. What modern American painter uses flags and targets in his painting?
Jasper Johns.
Jasper Johns is correct. Your bonus is a math question. There's 1 minute left in the round. How many subsets does the set with A, B, C, and D have in it? How many subsets?
24.
That's incorrect. It would be 2 to the 4th power, or 16. Hands on signals. What's the study of vexillology called? Vexillology. It's a study of what? Vexillology.
Shapes.
That's incorrect. Over here.
Curses.
That's incorrect. It's flags. Who wrote the work The Jungle? Over here.
Sinclair. Upton Sinclair.
That's correct. Your bonus is the following. By what common names are the diseases called rubella and rubeola named? Give them to me in the correct order. Rubella first and then rubeola.
Measles and German measles.
That's incorrect. It's German measles and measles. That's the end of round 1 with the score Young Gods 100, Epicranial Aponeurosis 200.
McGruff here. If someone asks you to try drugs, think of me and say what I'd say. And to help you, have one of these masks.
Wow, thanks, McGruff.
Now, what are you going to say if someone asks you to try drugs?
My mom and dad told me not to, and I wouldn't lie to them.
Sensational.
Don't use drugs. Don't use drugs.
Here's how you can get a free mask. And on the back are more ways to say no and help me take a bite out of crime.
Welcome back with the score Epicranial Aponeurosis 200 and the Young Gods 100. Now that we're into the semifinal round, it would be nice to meet our teams. Let's first meet Epicranial Aponeurosis and Jenny. Jenny, you're involved in this Junior Statesman. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
I'm on the executive board of a junior state chapter here. We're the largest chapter in this section of the country, and we're trying to become very active.
Okay, now let's meet John. John, you're involved in Rep Theater. There's a present production coming on or coming about. Want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm the director. I'm the director of the pit band in Rep Theater, and we have a show coming up of The Boyfriend next Friday.
Okay, next Friday would be March
10th.
Whatever, 10th, okay. And now let's meet Derek. And Derek, you're involved in tennis.
Last year I didn't really play too much, but this year we should have a pretty good year. We have a pretty young team, and we didn't lose too many seniors last year.
Okay, that's Epicranial Aponeurosis. Now let's meet the team, the Young Gods. And Andy, you're involved in the Key Club. What's that about?
Yeah, I'm the secretary of Key Club, and we do community projects to help out the homeless and the elderly.
Okay, it sounds like a pretty good club. Jeremy, want to tell us about your involvement, I guess, in soccer?
Yeah, I guess, you know, we'll have a pretty good team next year, and we should do really good.
Okay, and Pete, you're involved and represent the high school on our Quiz Bowl team. You want to tell the people a little bit about that?
Last year we were like state champs, but this year we're not. But we'll do better next year, I think.
Okay, that's the team Young Gods. We're now ready for round 2. Round 2 contestants is our spelling round. I will ask each contestant 2 spelling words, each one valued at 10 points. Okay, we'll start with Jenny. Jenny, spell deleterious. Deleterious.
Deleterious.
That's correct. John, spell bayou. Bayou, like the bayous of Louisiana.
B-A-Y-O-U.
That's correct. Derek, spell mademoiselle. Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle.
That's correct. Back to Jenny. Jenny, spell negligee. Negligee.
Negligee.
That's correct. John, spell meteorology. Meteorology.
Meteorology.
That's correct. And Derek, spell entourage. Entourage. Entourage.
Entourage.
That's correct. I think we have a perfect spelling round over there. Okay, now let's go to the young gods. And let's start with Andy, spell requisite. Requisite.
That's REQUISITE.
That's correct. Jeremy, spell miscellaneous. Miscellaneous.
MICELLANEOUS.
You forgot an S. MISCELLANEOUS. Pete, spell armistice. Armistice.
ARMISTICE.
That's correct. Back to Andrew, spell pituitary. Pituitary.
PITUATARY.
That's incorrect. It's PITUITARY. Jeremy, spell cologne. Cologne.
COLGNE.
That's incorrect. COLOGNE. Pete, spell parliament. Parliament.
PARLIAMENT.
That's correct. At the end of round 2, we see the score: Epicranial Aponeurosis 260, Young Gods 130. Contestants, after this next round, we'll know our next semifinal team. Questions in round 3 are worth 10 points if answered correctly. If answered incorrectly, the opposing team can answer for 20. Anything can happen. It's a close match. Ends on signals. Let's get to the game. Who was the ruler of the Mongol or Yuan? Over
Genghis
here.
Khan.
Say it again.
Genghis Khan.
That's incorrect. Dynasty, who ruled China from 1279 to 1368.
Kublai Khan?
Kublai Khan is correct.
Wait.
What species does the prairie dog belong to? What species? Over here.
Rodent.
Rodent is correct. What American car was famous for having portholes on its fenders? The Buick. If x divided by a quarter is 25, what's x?
100.
That's incorrect.
25 fourths.
25 fourths is correct for 20 points. Score right now is 150 Young Gods, 300 Epicranial Aponeurosis. The first president to get stuck in a bathtub due to his large thought.
Taft.
Taft is correct. The Torricelli or Torricelli tube, named for its Italian inventor, what's its common name?
Elevator.
That's incorrect. Over here. It's too late. It was a barometer. From where does the word cereal come?
Which one?
Cereal. The word cereal. Where does it come from? It comes from Ceres, the Roman god of the harvest. How many degrees Fahrenheit is 20 degrees Celsius? Give them a little time to figure this one out.
68.
68 is correct. In the Little Orphan Annie comic strip, what was the name of Daddy Warbucks' giant bodyguard who wore a turban? Punjab. Name either the state flower of Texas, which is the same as a football game that's played in Houston, Texas.
Rose.
That's incorrect. Over here for 20 points.
Astrodome.
That's incorrect. It's the blue bonnet or the blue bonnet bowl. To what insect is there a monument in Enterprise, Alla?
The boll weevil.
The boll weevil is correct. Thomas Jefferson's home in upstate New York was known as?
Monticello.
Monticello is correct.
Wait, he's giving 20 points for every question.
Okay, make sure that the point totals are correct. I mean, I don't know what the score. What's the
The
score right
last
now?
one was-
Should be 150 to 370.
The last two were.
Okay, or
20
360. It should be 360. It's
340.
10 points apiece. What's 432 divided by 0? Over here.
Undefined.
Undefined is correct. So now it should be 150 to 370.
You suck.
Name either one of the first 2 genetically engineered drugs to come to the U.S. market. It's human insulin or protropin. Name the world's fastest, costliest passenger plane.
Concorde.
Concorde is correct, for 10 points. Name the explorer archaeologist who first drew world attention to Easter Island when he crossed the Pacific in a small wooden...
Thor Heyerdahl.
That's correct, for 10 points. Okay. Between 1835 and 1837, a now perennial feature of American life was blissfully absent. What was it? It has to do with the economy.
National Bank.
That's incorrect. Over here. The national debt. The Oscar winners of Best Supporting Actresses from 1978 to 1981 all had the same initials, MS. Name any 2 of...
Meryl Streep and
Okay, over here. Any 2. Maggie Smith, Meryl Streep, Mary Steenburgen, and Maureen Stapleton. In what country is the wettest place in Africa? It's in Cameroon. Identify not only the novel, but also the author of the novel from the following subtitle, The Children's Crusade. The novel and the author. Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut. Identify the killer of Martin Luther King Jr.
Earl Ray.
That's correct. Who was the last Russian Tsar?
Nicholas II.
That's correct. Who does the countdown on American Pop Top 40?
Casey Kasem.
That's correct. What sculptor was famous for his mobiles? Over here.
Michelangelo.
That's incorrect. What sculptor is famous for his mobiles?
Smith.
That's incorrect. It's Alexander Calder. Name the park and the state where Old Faithful is located. Over here.
Yellowstone Park. It's in 3 states. I'll name one, Wyoming.
Wyoming is correct. Who sent the Spanish Armada against...
King Philip of Spain.
That's correct. Identify the following world leader. The leader of Yugoslavia from 1940...
Tito.
Tito is correct. In 1982, the Polish government banned this independent...
Solidarity.
That's correct. Who was the hero of Tippecanoe? Over here.
William Henry Harrison.
That's correct. Whose novel was a summertime bestseller in France? Tender is the Night. Over here.
F. Scott Fitzgerald.
That's correct. By what name was Kampuchea formerly known?
Cambodia.
That's correct. In what country is Bizet's opera Carmen set? Over here.
France.
That's incorrect. Over here. In what country?
Spain.
Spain is correct for 20 points. Which group's hit album was Synchronicity? Over here on the outside.
The Police.
Police is correct. Which French impressionist born on St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands painted the Marne at Chenevière, an orchard with flowering fruit trees, springtime and Pointe-Trois, 18...
Van Gogh.
That's incorrect, 1877.
Renoir.
That's incorrect, it's Pissarro. After whom is the U.S. Atomic Energy Commission's highest award named?
Einstein.
That's incorrect. Over here?
Oppenheimer.
That's incorrect, it's Enrico Fermi. Catholic extremists in Northern Ireland, led by the IRA, are determined to expel the British. What is IRA?
The Irish Republican Army.
That's correct. Which field is Ansel Adams renowned in?
Photography.
Photography is correct. Analogous colors are neighbors on the color wheel. What 2 colors, I need both, are analogous to blue?
Purple and green.
That's correct. What country was it that first embraced the Bee Gees sound in 1960?
Australia.
That's correct. Who's the author of Elmer Gantry?
St. Clair Lewis.
That's correct. What fabric derives its name from the French for cord of the...
Corduroy.
Corduroy is correct. Which American English journalist was born John Rowlands? Sir Henry Morton Stanley. The Boer War was fought in which country? Over here?
Africa, South Africa.
That's correct. What U.S. president served only 1 month? Over here?
Harrison.
That's correct. What practical application of Einstein's E equals mc squared formula was demonstrated on July 16, 1945 at Alamogordo, New Mexico? Over here?
The atomic bomb.
That's correct. Over which river is the Gateway Arch? Over here?
Mississippi.
Mississippi is correct. Right now it's 440 for Epicranial and Young Gods have 320. What was the name or the painter, what was Grandma Moses' first name? Anna Mary Robertson, so it was Anna. What was the subject of the painter Rosa Bonheur's masterpiece? It was horses. What is the term of office of a member of the Federal Reserve Board? How many years?
2 years.
That's incorrect. Over here?
8 years.
That's incorrect. It's 14 years. Name the 4 states that are designated the Commonwealth states. Over here?
Massachusetts, Maryland, Georgia, and Vermont.
That's incorrect. Over here for 20 points. The 4 states that are designated Commonwealths.
Massachusetts, Virginia, North Carolina, and Connecticut.
That's incorrect. Massachusetts and Virginia correct. Pennsylvania and Kentucky are the other 2. In which mountains in the state of Maryland is Camp David located? Catoctin Mountains. If you were traveling abroad, in which country would you most likely find the dish paella?
Spain.
Okay, or Portugal, either would have been acceptable. Identify not only the novel, but also the author of the novel from the following subtitle, Life Among the Lowly.
Harry Beecher Stowe, the novel's Uncle Tom's Cabin.
That's correct. In which country does France's Hoyer Zero take place? It's a former penal colony.
Which colony?
In which country?
Spain.
That's incorrect.
Can you repeat the question?
In which country does France's Hoyer Zero take place? It's a novel. That's French Guiana. On which TV show does Bill Sanderson say, "Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother"?
Newhart.
Newhart is correct. Which disease is known as the kissing disease?
Mononucleosis.
That's correct. In which city did Dick Clark's American Bandstand?
Philadelphia.
That's correct. Have its beginning. What British Prime Minister tried to appease Hitler at?
Neville Chamberlain.
That's correct. Who was the first woman to start and finish the Indianapolis 500? Janet Guthrie. What are the colors of the 5 Olympic rings? Over here?
Red, green, yellow, blue, and black.
That's correct. If you were in Timbuktu, what country would you? That's incorrect. It would be Mali. That's the end. Don't touch your nose. That's the end of an exciting match with the score. Young Gods 370 and going on to the finals, Epicranial Aponeurosis with 460. Join us next week for the finals, pitting 2 great teams on Battle of the Minds.